Miss Moore, and it's time for Reader's Workshop. This week we are learning all about plants. Our book today is called Seed to Plant. Have any of you been planting anything with your family since you've been home? Carson and I have planted a few flowers. We planted some strawberries, and soon we're going to plant some tomatoes. So if you haven't planted anything yet, maybe you could ask your family if that's something you can do over break. All right, while we're reading today, you know the drill. We're going to be listening for some vocabulary words. The words we're going to be listening for, I forgot to tell you that while we're reading, we're going to be making inferences. Inferences are thinking about things that happen next. Here, this girl has a picture of a plant, and she's thinking, what do plants need? So think about the things plants need to grow. All right, our words we're listening for are germination, seedling, soil, and pollination. I don't have the book this week, so today we're going to be reading on Epic. Maybe some of you have already been exploring Epic. Maybe you've already even seen this book on Epic. We're going to try to listen to the story on Epic and still talk about our vocabulary words at the same time. So keep this first word in your head. It's called germination, and we're going to switch over to Epic. All right, here we are. We have our book. I've already opened it up, and this is a Read to Me book. If you want to listen to it later, it will be in your mailbox. All right, seed to plant, and our word is germination that we're listening for. What is a plant? A plant is a living thing. It stays in one place, but it grows and changes just like you. Plants can be big or small. Some have flowers. Others also grow fruit. Trees are plants too. Plants are a big part of our world. Farmers grow fruits and vegetables. These plants give us food. Some plants can be used to make clothing. Your t-shirt is made from a cotton plant. What? Other plants are cozy homes for animals, like this cute little bear. Parts of a plant. You can use your body to help you remember the parts of a plant. Your arms are like the leaves. Your body is like a stem, and your feet are like the roots. Roots hold the plant in the ground. The stem helps the plant stand up, and leaves soak up sunlight. How does a plant begin? Let's dig in. Step 1. Most plants start as a seed. Step 2. The seed splits open. A shoot pushes out. This is called germination. Whoop, that's a word. Let's stop and talk about it. All right. Germination is the sprouting of a new plant from a seed. So think of your fist as the seed, and germination is when you get your first little sprout. So I like to do this. And out of your seed pops a little sprout. Can you try that? Make a fist. And on a count of 3, make it sprout. 1, 2, 3. Boop. Germination. So that sprout's going to start to pop up and it's going to begin to grow. And that word was called germination. Let's copy the syllables. Germination. 4 syllables. That's a big word. All right, the next word we're listening for is seedling. Let's switch back to our book. All right, so we were reading about step 2. The seed opens and a shoot pushes out, and this is called germination. You can see it right here where the little part of the plant is popping out. Step 3, a new plant is beginning. A seedling starts to grow. Stop, we heard the word seedling. Let's talk about it. A seedling is a young plant. So here we have a picture of a seedling. It's like a little baby plant. So you can see the seed is still part of the plant where it has popped out. So a seedling is just another name for a baby plant. What could we do for that with our hands? Maybe a baby plant or a baby plant. Oh, I like this one. A baby plant. A seedling is a baby plant. Nice job. The next word we're going to listen for is soil. Let's switch back to the book. All right, so a seedling starts to grow. Roots reach down into the soil. Oh my goodness, we heard our word already. Let's talk about it. Here we go. Soil, the top layer of earth in which plants grow. Soil is just a fancy word for dirt. Do you know what dirt is? If you know what dirt is, you know what soil is. But plants need soil to grow. They need some nice dirt. Soil for plants, they only use about the top level, but you could dig and dig and dig and get soil even farther down in the earth. But for plants, they just need a little bit at the top. What motion could we do to remember that soil is kind of like dirt? Maybe you could get a shovel. You could dig some soil. Maybe you could play with some soil in your hand. I think I like the shovel. Let's get a shovel and dig some soil. Dig, dig, dig. All right, nice job. Our last word we're listening for in the book is called pollination. Let's go get back to the book. All right, we're back. So roots reach down into the soil, and there on the picture you can see right here the soil where the plant is growing. A stem pushes up into the air. So you can kind of see how the plant is changing. There's your little seed sprouting, and then you're kind of starting to get a seedling. Remember the baby plant. All right, let's keep going. Just like you, a plant grows bigger and bigger. The roots spread out and down into the soil. The stem gets thicker and stronger. More leaves and branches grow. What do plants need? Plants need these things in order to grow: soil, water, food, sunlight, air, and space. Water and some food come out of the soil. Then the roots soak them up. Sunlight and air enter from the leaves. Plants use them to make more food. Plants also need space to grow. At the end of the story, I'm going to show you a fun video about things plants need. If they don't have all the things they need, then they can't grow very well. Here are 6 fun facts about plants. Number 1, this palm tree seed can weigh as much as a 4th grader. What? That's more than you. You're only a kindergartner. It's the heaviest seed in the whole world. Wow. Number 2, scrub a dub in the tub. Plants are used in many kinds of soap and shampoo. The next time you take a shower or a bath, read the ingredients. Does your soap or shampoo have a plant? Who knows? Number 3, the paper for this book was made out of trees. Obviously, we're reading the digital book, but I have the book here, and it was made from trees. Number 4, one sunflower can make 1,000 little seeds. Wow. Number 5, bamboo grows the fastest of any plant. It can grow as tall as a 3-year-old kid in one day. And you know what? That's true. Somebody planted bamboo next to my house, my neighbors, and it grows so fast. Number 6, the tallest living tree is taller than the Statue of Liberty in New York. Whoa, the Statue of Liberty is tall, so that's a super tall tree. All right, let's read about some flowers. Many plants grow flowers. They start as a little bump called a bud. We talked about buds when we were learning about apple trees, how they had the buds. The bud slowly opens and petals gently unfold. Surprise! It's a flower. I love to go outside every day and check out new flowers that are growing around my house. If you go outside and you see some flowers, will you send me a picture? I would love that. Sticky pollen. Flowers make a sticky powder called pollen. Pollen sticks to birds and bees when they fly from flower to flower. Then the pollen rubs off on another flower. This is called pollination. Ooh, that's our last word, pollination. Let's go talk about it. All right. Pollination. Pollination is the moving of pollen from one flower to another. Pollination usually happens from a bee or a butterfly or some kind of little insect that lands on a flower and transfers it to another flower. Something that helps me think about pollination is, have you ever eaten Cheetos? They're orange and they're kind of sticky, and you know how they kind of leave a little bit of stuff on your fingers? That's what happens when a bee lands on a flower. Pretend like your hand's reaching down in the Cheeto bag and you get the Cheeto orangey stuff on you, and then the bee takes that pollen and he lands on another flower and he's got that orangey stuff on him and he drops it on the next flower. And from when he's moving that pollen all around, it's the big word called pollination, and flowers need that to grow. All right, we finished all of our words, so we're just going to go back and listen to the rest of the story. Then we'll come back. All right, so if you look at that bee, you can see the pollen stuck to him, all those little yellow dots. That's kind of like what it looks like when you stick your hand in a bag of Cheetos. So pollination helps flowers make seeds. If they don't get pollinated, if they don't get some of that pollen on them, then they won't be able to grow seeds for the next year. Plants keep seeds in different places. Many plants grow a case around the seed, and the case is called a pod. Peas and maple tree seeds grow in a pod. Have you ever eaten peas in a pod? Maybe you've eaten snap peas that already have the seeds in them and you eat the pod. Maybe you just like the peas without the pod, like cooked in something. But anyway, if you're eating peas, you're eating seeds. Orange seeds are different. Their seeds are on the inside. Do you eat orange seeds? You can. But strawberry seeds are on the outside. Ooh, do you eat strawberry seeds? You can. If you didn't want to plant, or if you didn't want to eat strawberry or orange seeds, you could plant them. All right, now the seeds take a trip. Some float on the wind. Others are carried away by animals. The seeds fall to the ground. Soon they sprout or they germinate. Remember, germinate, and a new plant begins. People and animals eat plants to stay healthy. How many plants did you eat today? Here's how you can make your own garden grow. You can ask a grown-up to help you plant your own bean plant. Here's what you would do. Step 1, soak your seed in a cup of water over the night. Step 2, fill a flower pot with soil. Push your seed down in the soil about 1 inch, just a little bit. Step 3, add a little bit of water to moisten the soil. Step 4, place your pot in a warm, sunny spot. Add a little water every couple days, and then you should get a seedling in about 1 week. Oh, that could be cool. If you try this, send me a picture. All right, what in the world? These pictures show close-up views of things in the book. Use the hints below to figure out what's in the picture. Let's see if we can figure this out. Number 1, this opens into a flower. Do you remember what that was? It was called a bud. Good. Number 2, this part of the plant takes in sun and air. Remember the different parts? There were the stem and the leaf and the roots. I think it's a leaf. What do you think? Yep, we're right. Number 3, this flower can make up to 1,000 seeds. Do you remember what that is? A sunflower. Number 4, this falls and water hits the plant. What comes out of the sky? Rain. Number 5, this animal buzzes as it flies from flower to flower. Carries pollen. Do you remember it? A bee. And number 6, this fruit has seeds on the outside. Do you remember what that one was? A strawberry. Nice work. All right, we are all done with the story, and here were our vocabulary words. There's a different picture of germination. There's seedling. There's another picture of soil, and another picture of pollination. All right, and that was the end of our story. So it told us all about how a seed can change into a plant. Here I have some pictures of that process. So give me 1 second. Okay, so here we have some pictures that show us how a seed changes into a plant. So step 1, you have a seed. Step 2, we have germination where the little part pops out. Then you have a sprout, and then that sprout turns into a seedling, a baby plant. Then the seedling gets a little bud and then opens up a flower. All right, so I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. What part happens first in the plant life cycle? So the first part of a plant life cycle is a seed. Maybe you plant the seed in the first part. Good job. So tell me, what happens with something that happens in the middle of a life cycle? Yeah, you get like a little seedling or a little sprout. And then tell me the last part of a plant's life cycle. You have a flower. Good. All right, the last thing we're going to talk about, we're going to review what things plants need to survive, and we're going to listen to this cool video that will show us. Here we go. It's called The Needs of a Plant.
For a plant to stay alive,
For a plant to stay alive,
it needs 5 things I would not lie.
it needs 5 things I would not lie.
It needs water so it can grow,
It needs water so it can grow,
and it needs soil just like so.
and it needs soil just like so.
Plants need space, they can't be tied.
Plants need space, they can't be
The
tied.
sun helps plants by giving life.
The sun helps plants by giving light.
Don't forget to give plants air.
Don't forget to give plants air.
Repeat the needs if you dare.
Repeat the needs if you dare. Need 1, water. Need 2, soil. Need 3, space. Need 4, light. Need 5, air. All right, thanks for learning all about plants with me this week. I hope you enjoy learning all about plants from the other teachers as well. I will talk to you later. Have a good week. Bye, guys.